and welcome to Hello, I'm Clutch. And I'm excited because today I'm going to take you around Area 15 here in Las Vegas. Now, if you've never heard of Area 15 before, it is actually a collection of many different experiences. I would say kind of anchored by the Meow Wolf here, which is their second, I think, major installation known as Omega Mart. But basically, a lot of the activities are interactive or immersive, and I just want to kind of give you a little bit of a walking tour around the place, show you what is on offer besides for that, because there's some other little things, big things, and just kind of give you an idea of what can you experience here at Area 15. So come along with me as we go inside and look around. So as you first enter here, there's all this fun art on the outside. There's a great kind of old sign here, the Welcome to Fabulous Area 15. I just like all this. So lots of fun, different art and things here. This is definitely this looks like a Meow Wolf thing if I recall it, or at least it looks like the one that's in Santa Fe out there, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. Anyway, so it's this humongous building here. There's, again, a whole bunch of stuff inside. A lot of fun picture opportunities. One fun thing on the outside is this. You can see it just going down to the background. Basically, it's a bar that goes up into the sky there. You can see some amazing views, but it is quite scary. You don't have to drink on it. You can just go on and ride, but it is a fun thing on the outside. So anyway, we're going to go inside, take a look around, see all the fun things there are. Actually, right before going in, there's a pretty good map that shows you all the things there are. Now, I say it's a good map. It is a good map, but there's a bit of a glare, so it might be hard to see. So we just went through Art Island. I'm at the main entrance. I pointed out Liftoff over there, and so we'll go in. And I said, like, Omega Mart is kind of its main anchor. You can see how much space it takes up. But there's lots of other fun things, too, and they're adding and I think changing things all the time. So there is a lot of interesting things like the super plastic dopameme. Some of these have fun names, so it's hard to read. They got dueling axes. They got stuff called Asylum, the Wall, the Portal. See, they have room for expansion. Does not exist yet. So lots of cool things, but I'll kind of go inside and show you more first-hand experience of what it all looks like. Okay, now that's an awesome door handle. 15. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's like going on a ride. Okay. Open sesame. Ooh. Oh, wow. Look at this. Yep, there's your Meow Wolf and things like that. So we're gonna take a look around this whole place. I mean, look at that skull. That's pretty cool. Anyway, we're gonna go walk around and I'll show you everything there is. So with Area 15, you can actually just play the way you want to. There's different, it's hard to see, it's a big board here, but like you can do packages where you can do multiple different experiences. Some experiences are their own thing. I believe like Omega Mart and some of and it looks like the zipline that we'll show you in a little bit are kind of, I think they have to be part of the bigger tiers or their own separate thing, but a lot of the smaller stuff you can kind of package together. If you did just want to come in here and walk around, it is completely free. You don't have to pay to come in here. Parking is free, but here's kind of like, again, a nice board that breaks down all the different things you can do and how you can package them together. It's definitely much more easy to go on the website to figure all this out, but thought I'd show you while I was right here. Anyway, let's keep going around. All right, so let's take you around this first floor and see what we got, starting with Super Plastics Dopameme Institute for Pleasure Research. So it kind of looks like it's just a store at first. I think there's tickets or something. Again, I don't know exactly what every single experience is, but I just want you to see what we have here. So some interesting stuff in there. I do just enjoy the general vibe of here, where in the middle here looks like it's called Muse. I think it's just a gift shop in there. Let's look here a little bit. There's a lot of fun, kind of interesting things back in that place. So if we keep walking, up there we have Haley's Comet. Oh, that's on the second floor, so that's actually like a zip line. You'll see it in the video a lot. It goes around, inside, and completely around. So let's see if anyone does that at any point, and maybe we'll see that. But continuing on, we have the Area 15 Multiverse Depot. Looks like it's just a gift shop of a bunch of Area 15 stuff, things like that. This is Kappa Toys. I know Kappa as Turtles, only because of the third Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, where they were referred to as Kappa when they went back to feudal Japan, and that's how I know that Kappa means turtle. Anyway, We got Conduit Cafe, looks like a bit of a cafe over here. I believe down, oh no, that's going to the second floor. We'll get up there in a little bit. Looks like an information desk to help you understand some things if you want to look up what's going on here. Dueling axes, I believe this is an axe throwing place. That's a pretty classic thing these days. Believe it or not, I've never done that before. I've technically held an axe, never thrown one. Definitely not in a controlled environment. Anyway, then we got something here called Kaya, K-A-I-A. Looks like a restaurant. Yeah, look. So it looks like you can kind of Kaya bowls. You build bowls, rice, sauce, proteins, kind of build your own thing there. Looks happening. It looks hip. Looks cool. So we'll keep on going in here. What do we got? I can't say. Oh, this is the Beast. This is a restaurant. I've actually eaten here once a long time ago. I believe I had pizza, and it was pretty good. It's a happening, hip kind of place. So actually, if you want, let's take a quick look at the menu here. So like, you can see they got starters, so pretzels, shrimp tacos, they got burgers and sandwiches. Like I said, I had pizza and salads, and they even have a Little Beast menu there for the little ones. So moving along. Now, oh, this is just the other side of that restaurant there. Coming up here is actually a place, it's cool in here, but it's called Rocket Fizz, and the sign's unfortunately not moving. It's usually pretty cool. It's a candy store. You can actually find these at a few places around the country, but they got one right here for you, Rocket Fizz, for all your candy needs. Fantastic. And then, oh, look at this. We got a Zoltar machine. He's got, and this is a fun Zoltar. Well, like, it's hard to tell, but I think this is wider than normal Zoltar, for whatever that's worth. So anyway, gonna keep moving along over here. What do we got in the corner? Let's see. Nothing too exciting there, but I think if we go down this way, there's one more thing way down at this end that we're gonna show you. But as we're going there, you can see there's kind of like this big space in the middle. Oh, look, there goes the zip liner. Whee! That is fun. Not many zip lines inside that I've seen. I know you can find them, but I haven't been on one. I've been on a few zip lines in my life, but never one that cool. Okay, maybe one that cool. Anyway, I was gonna say this area here just seems to be kind of a resting area, so I'm gonna kind of show you that. Ooh. Yeah. So it just seems to be a cool space to kind of relax, rest there. Haven't walked fully past Meow Wolf yet, but actually outside of Meow Wolf is the Meow Wolf gift shop, so there's actually a lot of Meow Wolf gifts and things you can get outside, so you don't even have to go into Meow Wolf if you want to do that. So again, going in this back hallway, I'm going to walk with some haste, because there's not much until the end of the hallway. It is a cool looking hallway, everyone. Look at that. So this is the Asylum Bar and Arcade. It looks like it's 2 stories, because I see stairs. But like many places in Vegas these days, it got an arcade. Looks like you got a bar in the back, and it looks like you got a whole second floor there. But anyway, let's go back this way. I'm not gonna subject you to the full walk, so I'm just gonna walk in front of Meow Wolf and show you that. So right before we walk across Meow Wolf, I just want to show you the middle bar here. You might have seen it on the edges of the frame a little bit. It's got this cool tree in the middle. It's dancing to the music. That's pretty cool how that works there. But then you got basically the biggest part of Area 15 is Omega Mart from Meow Wolf. I do have a whole video on that, so if you do want to watch that, I'll link to that in the description below, so you can check that out. But this is basically a bizarro grocery store that's not a grocery store, and it is fun to walk around and just experience what might be going on in this interdimensional craziness here. So there's kind of a little bit of a look inside. But again, if you want to see the full video, I have that for you as well in the description. Then across from it, we have Dreamweaver. Looks like a coffee place. And so that's pretty good. You get a little boba tea, looks like, as well. And then just some kind of cool outside theming from these areas over here. So this is outside Meow Wolf again. I think this is kind of an extension of the Meow Wolf theming. But yeah, that's everything on the first floor. So now, let's go find everything that's on the second floor. Made it up to the second floor, and I'm in kind of the back corner, so like, we entered there. So there's this interesting thing called Brainstorm, where it's like a big brain, you interact with it, something happens. Then they have over here Museum Fiasco. I believe this is kind of like an infinity room, like big mirrors, screens, and things, where like kind of like projections and things like that. I believe it's kind of like the Van Gogh experience, but like more artsy, which is weird for me to say because it's Van Gogh. What am I talking about? Anyway, so a lot more fun stuff up here. Here's the top of Halley's Comet, so you can see where the people are starting right here. So that's kind of neat. Let's see if we can see them take off in just a second here. While we're waiting for them to take off, I'm going to show you Wink World over here. Wink World is an interesting kind of interactive, well, it's not interactive, it's kind of like a show from actually one of the makers of the Blue Man Group, where it's like 6 different rooms with different music and different like visual effects. It's very intriguing, it's bizarre in a very fun way. I like it. I've never experienced something like that before, but if you want to see some highlights of that one, I have actually a video that I'll also link that in the description. But anyway, let's turn our ideas back over here and let's see them take off. Oh, looks like they're just about ready. I think I just saw them on hook, and here they go. Wee? It doesn't seem super fast. Yay. I'm glad they're having fun. That's cool. I wonder if you control the speed on that. Kind of seems like you do. Yeah, it's just a chair in the sky. Alright, anyway. Let's take another look at Wink World here. So, it's interesting. So you go down this hallway for the line, but then what happens is you go in and there's 6, I believe, different rooms with different kind of infinity mirror spaces with different visual effects. It's actually really, really cool. It's very unique, very interesting. Really hard to describe, like a lot of the stuff here. So let's keep walking down. I don't think there's anything immediately in the vicinity, so I'll catch up with you in a sec. And we're back from that sec. This is 5 Iron Golf. It looks like it's kind of like a virtual driving range section. It is currently closed for a private event, so can't peek in there too much. But yeah, you can kind of see on the video screen here, there's drinks, fun stuff. You can kind of golf club, things like that. You understand. Anyway, more long hallway-ness. But while we're going down the long hallway, you can kind of see just the vibe of the place. It is really cool. It's big. Got a lot of just, I don't know. I like that it's nice and dark and you can't see the outside world in here. I think that adds to the fun of the place. So let's see what else we have way down here. I think we have a few more places. The reason I'm talking so much and just gibbering and jabbering is that if you hear the music in the background, the video could get flagged, and I don't want that to happen. So thank you for bearing with me as I keep talking. So here we have the Grand Prix Racing Sim. So I would have to assume, yeah, I can kind of see in there. Okay, so it's kind of like race car simulation driving. Oh, that's pretty cool, I guess. Alright. Anyway, and then over here we have something called the lab. I'm not entirely sure what's at the lab, so let's see if I can peek in and see what's going on in the lab. So I see something that says laser maze in the back. I see bot breach. Lots of interesting thing. Particle quest. Okay, so AR dodgeball, I see. Ah, yes, I remember. And Birdly, this is where they moved this to. Last time I was here, this was in a different spot. Basically, it's VR where it makes it feel like you're flying. It's got wind in your stomach. It's almost like a simpler version of the Avatar ride at Animal Kingdom. So it looks like a lot of kind of VR type of things in this area. Okay, let's head back out and see if there's anything else on the second floor here. So something I haven't pointed out while that we're here, part of the free thing I think you do is something called the Origin Quest. I don't fully know how this works, but I believe it's kind of like a scavenger hunt around Area 15 and there'll be these QR codes, and I think it's part of just some fun free thing. There is these cool lockers here that have a bunch of random stuff in here as well. This is actually very much like going through Omega Mart, where like you open doors, weird stuff's going on. You never know what you're gonna find, and I kind of like that. But going down this way a little bit more, what we have left is some arcade cabinets, things like that. I believe this is all leading up to the second floor of that bar and arcade. So now that I don't have to climb stairs because I was lazy before, you're lucky, everyone. I'm gonna show you what the second floor of the Asylum bar and arcade looked like. Here we are up here, and yep, you got some pinball, and you got a lot of pool tables, or billiards if you will, and yeah. there you go. That's what it looks like. So I think now we're just gonna, I think that's pretty much everything there is to show you on the inside of Area 15. So we're just gonna now head back out to the exit. And then in the back corner, before you leave, they have a little merch outpost as well to get like your goods if you really like the Area 15. And something I don't think I realized, I kind of actually pointed out without realizing before, is that like, as you can see at the exit here, there are other experiences outside. So we already saw Island and Liftoff, like Army of the Dead, the Illuminarium, and the John Wick Experience. I think those might be technically part of the Area 15 collective, but they are in separate spaces, separate locations, but like within the same parking lot. So yeah, they'll be out there for you to experience as well. So thank you for coming around with me as I gave you a little tour of Area 15 here in Las Vegas. There are a lot of fun things in there. The vibes are always just really cool in there. Again, the big thing is obviously the Meow Wolf, but there are definitely other more smaller, unique experiences, and you can really do a whole lot here, which is very fun. But I'm glad you came along with me. If you do want to see some other fun things in and around Las Vegas, I have a whole playlist of Las Vegas videos you can watch right here. There's a lot of great stuff in there. But also, I wanted to pick something out specially for you, and that video is right here. That video, I picked just for you, so you might like that one as well. But maybe I'll see you in one of the next ones. But until then, I'll say goodbye. I am still Clutch.